From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
As Montana State heads into the playoffs for the third consecutive season in a row, just how much of an economic impact do these football games have on the local economy? I'll tell you coming up after the break.
And the impact of the historic 2022 historic flood continues to be felt across Montana. We explore how some of the debris is actually being used for flood prevention. And law enforcement putting out a warning about a new iPhone security feature they say could unknowingly share your personal information. We have that story at 6:36. Alrighty, it is nearly 6:32 on this Thursday edition of Montana This Morning. Jay McDonald and Matt Elwell with you. Lights are on at MSU campus. Maybe somebody's running lines or they're getting ready for your CrossFit training.
My guess is there's a game this weekend.
That little thing.
Yeah,
that little playoff.
Yeah. Looks like the weather could change slightly as we get closer to the game. I don't see that big impact.
Okay.
Overall, because we're probably talking light snow at best, just football weather for us.
Yeah, that won't stop the Bobcat fans.
We'll talk more about that as we go into the next 24 hours. Temperatures this morning, chilly but not cold necessarily. A lot of teens for early morning temperatures overall. More cloud cover. There's that light.
Blinding.
It is. I was blinded by the light. It looks like our temperatures holding into the 30s for the afternoon. Definitely more cloud cover, pleasant conditions. We do have some snow in the forecast. I'm going to break down what to expect coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, Matt. Now, right off the top this half hour, if you're planning to watch the Montana State playoff game this weekend, it means you'll likely be spending some money in preparation. As our Edgar Cedillo shows us, your dollars have a wide-reaching impact on the local economy.
As thousands of Montana State fans get ready to fill Bobcat Stadium out for the third consecutive season for a playoff game, millions of dollars are then poured back into the local economy.
You can't discredit the playoff season or the regular season for a lack of sales. We definitely get a good amount of sales.
Megan Ward and her staff at Barefoot in downtown Bozeman get ready for the Montana State playoffs by stocking their store with Bobcat gear.
This year we have a lot more product than we did last year, so Montana State stuff has taken up nearly 10% more of our sales compared to last year.
Bozeman Chamber CEO Daryl Schlem says one Bobcat game alone can bring in millions of dollars to Bozeman's economy.
Probably a $3.5 to $4 million day.
Schlem says that they find that people spend about 1/3 of their money on food and drinks, about 20% on hotels, and gas and retail round out the rest. And that's just one playoff game.
Probably over the past few years they've done $25 million for total community investment.
Schlem says that money isn't staying here just locally. With Bozeman's $2 per night tax on hotels, in 2022, local hotels added $5.3 million to the state's economy.
We get back about $600,000 a year of that $5.3 million that are up there.
And beyond Bobcat football, Schlem says that more than 1/3 of the Treasure State's tax revenue is generated from Gallatin County and the surrounding Yellowstone region.
We probably produce almost 38% of all the state bed tax revenue that goes to Helena. And then if you look at personal income tax, it's probably somewhere in the 41%.
And it's not just Bozeman that benefits from the playoffs. Three Forks, Livingston, even as far as Butte feel the effects of a home game.
Because the spillover effect does happen when our rooms fill up.
And back at Barefoot, they're also gearing up for the Christmas stroll right after the game.
So I'm sure to schedule pretty heavily for weekends.
In Bozeman, Edgar Cedillo, MTN News.
And Gallatin County commissioners are alerting homeowners that an additional $12.3 million will need to be collected after the recent ruling by the Montana Supreme Court. Earlier this year, Gallatin County joined 48 other Montana counties in levying 67.9 mills this tax year for the state school equalization mills, instead of the 95 mills requested by the state. Commissioners say that they attempted to save Gallatin County taxpayers more than $12 million while ensuring schools receive adequate funding. Last week, the Montana Supreme Court ruled that the counties are required to levy whatever the Montana Department of Revenue tells them to levy. Commissioners say they are figuring out the best way to comply with the mandate and collect the additional $12.3 million from property owners. The full letter can be found over on our website. And the impact of the historic 2022 flood continues to be felt across Montana. The rushing waters wiped out roads, bridges, and houses. leaving behind debris and thousands of tons of rock. Well, now, as our Diane Parker found out, that rock is actually being used to help prevent future damage.
Montana's historic flooding in 2022 drug rock down into riverbeds in Carbon County, causing water levels to rise. Well, now that rock, it is being removed by the ton and piled up here near Edgar to prevent future infrastructure damage.
This huge pile is considered the final disposal site for an expected 10,000 tons of rock being removed from streams and rivers throughout Carbon County. It's all part of a $2.7 million project funded 75% by FEMA and 25% by the State Disaster Fund.
The county's going to take possession of it. They can crush it, use for road base, or it does have a reusable product at the end of it.
Johnny Osborne is a contractor with CTC Disaster Response, one of 3 contractors removing this flood debris in Montana. He lives in South Carolina, but Red Lodge has been his temporary home since April, when the state's first flood debris removal project ramped up. Johnny and his team removed homes and trees from waterways in a separate $5.5 million project that wrapped up in September, removing 144,000 cubic yards of vegetative debris.
Worst case scenario, if we have another high water event, we could have more potential for damages to infrastructure like roads and bridges. That's the worst case scenario.
That's why it's critical to remove excess rock down to the low water mark under bridges like this near Fromberg that once had so much debris you couldn't walk under it.
We want to make sure we don't cause any kind of additional damage as a result of the flood. The flood caused so much damage as it is for hundreds of miles of rivers across all of southwest Montana.
That's why this project is underway now, nearly a year and a half after the floods hit. It required additional permitting, reviews, and oversight by multiple federal, state, and county agencies.
Here, we've got some sensitive areas that we have to work in, follow all kind of guidelines from environmental folks, biologists.
But if the weather holds and the water level remains low, this project is set to wrap up December 13th. In Carbon County, Diane Parker, MTN News.
And law enforcement putting out a warning about a new iPhone security feature that they say could unknowingly share your personal information. So how concerned should you be, and what do you need to know? Our Haley Monaco looks into it.
There's so many layers of security to this that it's really not a problem.
In a world where everything is on your phone, seeing that a new Apple update could make it easier for others to gain access to your information is a bit unnerving.
Can my phone be locked, or does it have to be unlocked to do it?
It can be locked.
While you'll find a lot of concern online, longtime iPhone user Justin Hutchinson was excited to hear about the new update.
Android has had a similar feature for about 3 years now, so I was like, hey, all right.
The new update, called Name Drop, allows for users to easily share photos, videos, and contact information with other iPhone users by simply placing their phones together. But both parties have to accept a prompt.
So I think the biggest concern is that this feature is like someone comes near you, is in the grocery store with you, can steal your information, and it's just not like that.
But law enforcement agencies across the nation have been warning iPhone users about the new update because of the fact that when the update is complete, the sharing feature is automatically enabled.
So I just saw a post on another platform that was talking about the privacy settings, and so I checked my iPhone. And mine was turned on, not something that I would normally keep on.
Billings Police Lieutenant Matt Lennick posted a public service announcement to let the community know.
I think most people are probably most concerned about their kids making good decisions on what they're accepting. Wasn't meant to scare anybody. I think there's still checks in place.
Some, like Hutchinson, believe it caused too much fear for what the update actually is.
I have zero concern whatsoever.
Regardless, it's a good reminder to remain diligent about your privacy.
I would caution the public to be aware of what your settings are.
If you just recently updated your iPhone like I did and would like to turn the setting off, go to Settings, General, AirDrop, and turn Bring Devices Together to off. In Billings, Haley Monaco, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Haley. Now the 9th annual Santa Run is going to take place Saturday here in Bozeman. Volunteers are as busy as Santa's elves, stocking the race bags and turning the Wilson Gym into a winter wonderland. The money raised is going to be put towards scholarships, college prep, and much more for Postman students. And there's still time to register.
If you want to take it seriously, there's definitely room on this 5K road race for the serious runner, but we also just encourage everyone in Bozeman to come out and support our public schools. The purpose of the Santa Run is to celebrate the partnership between public education and the community that makes it possible.
The Santa Run is an annual 5K event hosted by the Bozeman Schools Foundation and presented by Stockman Bank. Participants can expect a holiday-themed run in addition to a winter wonderland setup at the Wilson Gym. You can still register by heading over and checking out our website. Now we're going to take a short break here on Montana This Morning, but when we come back, it's been several years since the BLM has captured horses from the McCullough Peaks herd. We're going to explore the complex issue of wild horse management when we come back.